Okay, very good morning to all. So I hope screen is visible to all. Yesterday we have seen the introduction part. So in that we discussed about the what is data structure, types of data structure. After that we discussed static, dynamic, primitive, non-primitive, linear, and non-linear data structure. I hope all of you have understood these things. Now today we will move to the next point. What is our next point? Study and implementation of searching algorithms, right? So here are two searching algorithms we'll discuss. So first is the linear search, and second one is the binary search. Yes, is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what is meant by linear search and definition of binary search? So these we will discuss. So before that, so what is meant by searching in data structure? At
Finding, sir.
Finding, right? So finding some particular element in the list, or we can say, suppose you have a list of elements, or suppose list of the things is given to you, and out of that, suppose if you want to search something, right, at that time you are using the searching algorithms, right? So again, the searching algorithm is categorized into two parts. So one is the linear search and another one is the binary search. Now here we are using the list of element, and we are considering the list of element, that is the numbers, right? So only numbers we will consider at the time of study. So linear search. So definition at left side I have written. So is the PDF is visible to all? So this left side PDF, is it properly visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Avinash. So,
yes, sir.
Write your roll number. So you have not written your roll numbers in front of you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Just rename it. Let's see underscore whatever your name is. Okay, come. No, fine. Good. Searching is the process of finding some particular element in the list. Now, if the element present in the list, then process is called as successful. If you found the element in that list, so at that time you are displaying the message found the element, or the element is present in the list, like this you can display the message, right? And again we'll say the searching process is successful, right? Now if the element is not found, so at that time what you're doing? Or we are calling it is an unsuccessful process, right? So we have not found the element in that list. Likewise, we will display the message, right? Now you can display the message along with the value of that element and their location also, right? That is depending on application, or how you are writing the logic, or for what purpose you're writing this searching algorithm, right? Depending on the application. So if you want to display only the element, what element you have found, so you can display it. Or suppose if you want to display the location of that element along with the value, so you can display both, right? So that is depending on you. Now searching algorithm is having two popular methods. So one is the linear search and second one is the binary search, right? Now we'll start with the first method. So linear search, and again one more name is there to that linear search. So what is that? So can anyone is aware with this? Another name is sequential search. So sometimes sequential searching, or you can say sequential searchers, right? So linear search is also called as a sequential search, right? Now the main difference between the linear search and binary search. So when you are considering the list for the linear search, so here we'll take an example of one numerical list. So here I will write a number, suppose 15. You can tell me the numbers, some 8 to 10 numbers we will consider here. Any numbers you can tell. Suppose 5 I have written. Next, third number you can tell, or next. Because I have written 35 to 42. After that 67. Anything, any numbers you can write. Now, how many numbers are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 numbers, right? So how to store these numbers in our program? Suppose if you want to store these numbers, so which primitive data type you are using here? Which primitive data type you require here? Primitive or non-primitive data type? To store these all these numbers, suppose if you want to store in a single data type, so what type of data type you require? So primitive or non-primitive? First you can tell. First, primitive or non-primitive? So we discussed about the primitive data types and non-primitive also. So out of that, which data type you are using to store all these values? Yes or no? Have you heard array? Yes, am I audible to all?
Yes.
Then why I'm not getting a response from your side? Do you know about array?
Yes, sir.
Then for what purpose you are using array? Or array is a type of primitive data type, or it is a non-primitive data type? Array is a primitive or non-primitive?
It's a primitive data.
Yes. It is a primitive or non-primitive? Primitive आहे का non-primitive आहे? Or if you are not able to give answer through mic, so you can write in chat box also. No problem. So my question is, array is a primitive data type or non-primitive data type? Now what are the
Primitive.
Non-primitive, right? Non-primitive you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So here I got some answers in the chat box. So primitive. I think yesterday the day before yesterday, in the previous session already we have discussed. So let me show you the. Yes, is it visible? This PPT yesterday we discussed. So primitive data type. So here I have written one sentence. So primitive data structures are inbuilt data structures, right? And non-primitive data structures are user-defined data structures, right? Now, integer, float, character, string, pointer. So these data types are the primitive data structures. So why we are calling primitive data structures? Inbuilt data. These are the inbuilt data structures, and they are storing how many values? Only one value. Primitive data structure is storing only one value at a time, right? Now we are talking about non-primitive. Non-primitive data structures are user-defined data structure. And again, the definition of non-primitive data structure is these are derived from the primitive data structures, and these are more complex data structure: array, structure, stack, linked list, queue, tree, graph. So all these are the non-primitive data structures. Now suppose if you want to store a multiple value by using a single data type, so you are using a non-primitive data structures, right? Now here array is a non-primitive data structure. Now again, non-primitive data structure is categorized into two parts, linear and non-linear, right? So linear means sequential data we are considering, and non-linear means non-sequential data we are considering, stack, queue, linked list, and array. Now I'm expecting the correct answer from your side. So these list I want to store. So what I need to use here? Array. Can I use array here to store this list? Hello. Array use करू शकते का मी तर? Now how to store this list? By using array or by using, or array is a primitive or non-primitive now? Now here I got the answer from few of the student, array is a primitive. So is it correct or wrong? Array काय आहे? Array primitive आहे का non-primitive आहे? Now I am expecting correct answer from your side. It is a primitive or non-primitive? Sorry. Now it is a non-primitive, right? Now all of you understood. So at the time of exam, so such a kind of MCQ question will be asked, right? Or array is a primitive or non-primitive. So if you give the answer primitive, so definitely you will get a 0 marks. Array is a non-primitive data structure. Right. Now here the list of the array we have considered, right? For what purpose? To implement the linear search. Now again, the next thing is it in a sequence? Is it in the any order, incremental or decremental? This list is in any incremental or decremental order?
No, sir.
This list is not in a ordered manner, right? This list is not in a ordered manner. Roll number 2 left झालेत का? Roll number 2, 3, 4. Roll number 5, 8.
Sir.
5 आहेत ना?
Yes, sir.
Roll number 2 आहेत. Correct. 1, 2, 3. Because here I am looking only 1. Let me check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll number 8. I think that's it. 8, 9, 10, 11. Roll number 11. 8, 11. 8 and 11. Okay, now this list is a ordered manner or non-ordered. So this list is non-ordered, right? So not in any ordered manner, like incrementing order or decrementing order, or we are calling ascending or descending also. Sometimes we are calling ascending or descending, right? Now in the linear search, when you are using linear search, if the list is in a non-ordered manner, right? If the list is in an ordered manner, so at that time you are using the binary search. Now all of you remember this thing. So when you are using the binary search and when you are using the linear search, if the list is in a non-ordered manner, so at that time you are using the linear search, and if the list is in an ordered manner, so at that time you are using the binary search. Now all of you understood. So when you are using binary search and when you are using the linear search, work of both the algorithm, linear search and binary search, is same. So by using the linear search also, we are searching the element, right? And by using the binary search also, we are searching the elements and we are displaying it on the screen, right? Or as a location of that element we are displaying. The element is formed like this. Role of the or objective of both the algorithm is same, but when we are using linear search and binary search, that is, if the list is in an ordered manner, so which algorithm you are using, binary or linear? Ordered manner असेल तर, if the list is in ascending order, at that time which algorithms you are using, binary or linear?
Binary.
Binary. And if the list is in ordered manner, sorry, non-ordered manner.
Linear search.
Yes. Now all of you got this is the basic difference. Sometimes असे क्वेश्चन्स तुम्हाला MCQ ला येऊ शकतात आणि त्यावेळी तुमची सिम्पली यू नो ऑल द कन्सेप्ट, यू नो ऑल द थिंग्स, linear search, binary search, everything you are aware, but so these are the basic concept and these are the basic difference. So but at the time of exam, so by mistakenly you are not able to recall it, right? So or maybe a little bit confusion will happen at the time of exam, so that's why I'm giving more focus on this point, right? So difference. Now we'll start writing the linear search. So how the linear search algorithm is working. So what is our main objective? We want to find the data is available or not. Suppose here the list is given and I want to identify the data equal to 42, right? So 42 I want to identify. So how to identify or how to search the 42? By using the linear search and sequential search. Any logic from your side? So we'll discuss the theoretical part and after that we'll write a program. Yes, fast. Now how to search this 42 in the list? So in the linear search or general things I'm expecting here, generally. So here you have this list you have stored. So what is the size of this array? Array size किती आहे here?
5, sir.
Here 5 element is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sir, 7.
8 elements are there. 8 or 7?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 elements are there. Index you can consider up to 7. So 0 to 7. But size of the array is 8 here. Array size किती असणार आहे? 8 असणार आहे. ठीक आहे. Now from this array, right, I want to search the 42 element I want to search. Now how to search? So here we'll use one iterative loop concept. Iterative. I will write a iterative loop we'll use. So that is for loop we will use to search the 42. Now directly we'll write the linear search concept here. Now how to search or how to write a for loop here? So can I write like this? For here I will consider one variable is equal to index is starting from 0 or 1.
0, sir.
No. Here I less than, so here we'll consider one value. So n is equal to 8 we'll consider, right? And so here size of that array. What is the size of that array? So that we will define or we'll copy it in n and here, right, n. After that I plus plus. Is it right? So this for loop I have written. Now after that, now I want to search the 42 element in the above list. Now how to search or how to compare it? Now for the comparison purpose, we'll write a condition by using the if loop. Now how to compare the element? So element you will get through the data variables, right? So for example, data we have considered here. Now how to write a if loop? Yes. So can I write A of I like this array? Is it allowed? So what will be the first value of this array? पहिली value काय असेल A of I ची? What is
15. 15.
so what is the value of I first?
15.
I ची value विचार.
आईची व्हॅल्यू 0 सर.
हा म्हणजे
Zero
A of 0 काय असणार आहे इथं 15 असणार आहे. E of 1 5 like this. So we'll fetch the values. So first we'll compare the first value with our data. So how to compare? So can I write like this? So equal to data. Is it allowed or not? The condition, whatever the condition I have written in the if loop, is it true? Right. If the above condition is true, now what is the value of A of I now in the first iteration? 15, right? And what is the value of data? 42, right? So the condition will become true or false? Condition true असेल का false असेल?
फॉल्स.
If the condition is false, means what you are doing? So you are going inside this if loop or outside of the if loop?
आउटसाइड ऑफ इफ लूप.
Outside of the if loop. Good.
loop.
Right. Now after that, come to for loop here. Now value of I is incremented by 1. So now A of 1. What is the value of A of 1?
5.
5.
5. So the condition is true or false?
False.
फॉल्स.
False. Right. Now come to next in the for loop. Check the condition. What is the value of I now? 1. 1 less than this 8. Condition is true. Sorry, 2 less than 2 येणार ना आता? 2 less than n. n ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे 8. 2 less than 8. Condition is true or false? Condition is true or false?
फॉल्स. फॉल्स सर.
Again come here. 3 less than 8. Condition true. So check here. So what is the value of the A of 3? 0 1 2 3. 35.
सर.
Again condition false. Next again condition false for now 5. If the value of 5, A of 5, what is the value of A of 5 here?
42.
Now 42 equal to 42. Condition is true or false?
ट्रू सर.
If the condition is true, so then what you are doing? You are displaying a message. What message you are displaying? Printf. What message you are displaying? Element found, right? Found at the element. You can write like this also. The element. Here you can write the element like this, colon, %d you can write, whatever the 42 found at location, how to represent the location? Location कसं display करणार? At the location, here %d, comma. Now what to write here? त्याच्यामध्ये काय लिहिणार? पहिला first %d for what purpose? So here we'll write A of what? A of I, comma, next value of I will display. Is it right? In this way, we will display the identified element on a screen. The element 42 found at location 5, right? Like this will display the message. Is it sufficient to write the code? After that, what is the next step? Once you have found the element. So here if loop will complete, but still this for loop is going on. So what is the value of I now? Next I ची व्हॅल्यू काय असणार आहे? आता 5 होती. नेक्स्ट काय असणार आहे? 6 असं. 6 less than 8. 6 less than 8. right? Now again condition true. So we are checking this if loop, condition false. So, but once you got this element, is it necessary to check the next for the next element, or is it necessary to compare?
No, sir.
Then
No, sir.
how to stop this iteration? The- huh? Break use kar. Very good. Where to write break? Outside of the heap or inside of the heap?
Sir, inside of if.
Inside of the heap. So you're calling this is your stopping condition, right? So you can call this is a stopping condition for this, right? Now if you write a break here, so then automatically so will exit from this for if loop as well as from the for loop. But in case suppose here I have written 47 instead of 42. Now is this element is present in the list? Element present आएगा?
No, sir.
No. Then what to do? How to display it on a screen?
Right, else and print method.
Statement install again, sir.
Else लिहायचं?
Sir. It will include printf for us. It does not exist.
But what will happen? So always this if loop is if loop काय असणार आहे? प्रत्येक वेळी false असणार आहे. म्हणजे प्रत्येक वेळी डिस्प्ले करायचं का? लॉजिक बघा चुकतंय काहीतरी. जर हा if loop आपला false झाला, बरोबर आहे, तर आपण इथं for loop ला जातो. पण for loop ला जाईल का तो? else ला जाईल. मग प्रत्येक एलिमेंट प्रत्येक इटरेशनला काय करेल? तो हा डिस्प्ले करेल एलिमेंट नॉट फाउंड एलिमेंट नॉट.
Sir, out of for loop.
Yes. Where to write?
Out of
Out
for
of
loop.
for loop.
Out of for loop. Now how to write it? मग त्यासाठी काहीतरी कंडिशन द्यावी लागेल. काय कंडिशन लिहिणार?
Sir, when array is reached at the last index.
Run array reach at index. But something we need to write here. We'll declare one flag or one any variables we'll consider. So found variable can I take here? So we'll take one simple variable and initial value of that found is equal to 0. So we'll take one simple variable found. Now, if you found the element, so here, so what you are doing, so found equal to, so here, you can use your logic. So many logics are available, right? So don't think that, sir is writing like this only. Right, so you can use your own logic, so you can define or you can write directly also. In other by using other condition also you can display the element is not found like the message. Right, so here I have written found is equal to 1 and here I will write a simple if loop. If found equal to 0 जर तिथे एलिमेंट मिळाला असेल तर फाउंड ची व्हॅल्यू काय असणार आहे? 1 असणार. कारण every time so this if loop will also execute. Once you will break from this for loop, right? So this loop will be also executed. Now if you not write any condition here, so automatically this will display the message or directly suppose instead of this, so we'll skip this statement. So what you are expecting? So printf, what should I write outside of the for loop? Element is not found, like this you are saying, right? Element not found. Element not found you are saying, right? Is it right? If I have not used this found, here I found use केलेलं. I will write comment for. Just a second. You can think that. Now you can check. So you found the element, right? So 42 will consider. आता 42 आहे. तुम्हाला एलिमेंट मिळाला का? मिळाला. So after that what you are doing, so you are breaking this for loop. या for loop चा बाहेर पडला, but you will again you are printing this statement. जरी हा एलिमेंट मिळाला तरीही तुम्ही हे स्टेटमेंट प्रिंट करणार. का प्रिंट करणार? फॉर लूपच्या बाहेर आहे ना? येस और
हाँ
नो?
सर.
होणार का
Yes,
नाही
sir.
तर? So for that purpose, again we need to write some condition here. याच्यासाठी काहीतरी कंडिशन द्यावी लागेल ना. मग याच्यासाठी दोन कंडिशन आहेत. अजून एक वे आहे. इफ I इक्वल टू मग इथं कधीपर्यंत ते आपण ओळखू शकतोय. I लेस दॅन n असेल तर तिथं एलिमेंट एंड होणार आहे. जर सपोज I इज इक्वल टू n I have written, it will work or not? This is a one way again.
Yes.
Right? It will work or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And this is again second alternative. Or either if you don't want to use this, so you can use or you can define one here flag as a found equal to 0, after that found equal to 1, and after that you can use if here found equal to 0, then you can display this statement. So instead of writing this statement, so better way we'll write if I is equal to n, and we'll print this. So which one is better? This second option is better or this first option previously we discussed? This one is better,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right? Very good. Now here our linear search is completed. Is there any difficulty in the linear search?
No.
Now here,
No, sir.
yes, very good. What is the first rule? So what is the first rule? So whatever the list you will get for the searching purpose, so first we'll check the list is in a incrementing order. Is there any order is followed by that list? If it is arranged in any order, so at that time which algorithm you are applying? If the list is in ordered manner, लिस्ट जर ऑर्डर्ड मॅनर असेल तर कुठलं तुम्ही अल्गोरिदम वापरणार? बायनरी सर्च वापरणार की लिनियर सर्च?
Binary search.
Right. And if the list is in non-ordered manner,
Linear search.
Linear search.
linear search. Right. Now, if now again one more question is there, or one more point is there. So, if you consider the processing time, for which algorithm, so that we will discuss that processing time related things after binary search, once our binary search algorithm will complete. So later on we'll discuss. Now we'll discuss about the time complexity. What is the time complexity of this? So I think everyone is aware with this concept. Time complexity, have you heard? How many types of time complexity is there? Time complexity. Time complexity किती टाइपचे आहे? हॅलो. Time complexity. So we'll calculate the time complexity, space complexity. You don't know the concept of time complexity? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You know the concept. So what is mean by time complexity?
Sir, 5 types.
So this document is visible to all. So this Word file, just will revise it. I think I thought that you know all this concept, so that's why I have not gone through this point. This is not a part of our syllabus, but we need to aware, or everywhere we require this time complexity, because for every algorithm we need to calculate. Now algorithm analysis. So how you are doing the analysis of algorithm? So what do you mean by analysis? Analysis means what you are checking. So you are checking here. Algorithm related analysis means you are checking how much time is required, or how much space is utilized by that algorithms, right? So that we are analyzing here, right? Processing time and memory utilization. So these both things we are analyzing. So these analysis is called as a algorithm complexity. Now here the algorithm can be analyzed in two levels. So first is before creating. So two levels are there: before creating the algorithm, and second one is the after creating the algorithm. Right. So two types of analysis is there. Now the first priori analysis, and after that posterior analysis. Priori analysis means, so here the theoretical analysis of an algorithm which is done before the implementation of the algorithm. म्हणजे algorithm implement करायच्या अगोदर. So before implementation of any of the algorithm. So theoretically we are analyzing. So this is called as a priori analysis, right? So by considering the various factors, right, like processor speed, or after that what type of hardwares you are using, where you are implementing the program, right? So all these task specifications you are considering, and by considering the specifications and speed of that processor, so you are analyzing the algorithms time, right? So these kind of analysis before implementation, so this is called as a priori analysis. And posterior analysis means, so posterior analysis is a practical analysis of an algorithm. So the practical analysis is achieved by implementing the algorithm using any programming language. So for example, so here we have discussed the algorithm. Which algorithm we have discussed now? कोणता algorithm आपण discuss केलेला आहे आता? आवाज येतोय ना सर्वांना?
Yes, sir.
आता आपण एक अल्गोरिदम डिस्कस केलेला आहे. कोणता अल्गोरिदम डिस्कस केला सर्चिंग मधला?
बायनरी सर.
अरे लिनियर का बायनरी?
Search.
हाँ, लिनियर और बायनरी.
Linear, sir.
हाँ, लिनियर सर्च आपण आता डिस्कस केलेला आहे. नाउ before implementation of the linear search, so if you are analyzing it, so how much time is required and like this. So this analysis is coming under priori analysis or posterior analysis? Implement करायच्या अगोदर जर मी analysis केलं त्याचं theoretically, calculate केलं manually by considering the processor speed and ते analysis कुठल्या analysis मध्ये आलं? Priori analysis or posterior analysis?
Priority sir.
Priori. And I have implemented the program by using the C program, Turbo C. Turbo C मधून मी implement केलेला आहे, and after that I am checking how much time is required. मिलीसेकंद किती लागले ते मी तिथं चेक करतो. त्या अनालिसिसला काय म्हणणार?
Posterior analysis.
Yes, posterior. Now you got the concept of priori analysis and posterior. Priori analysis you are doing before implementation of any algorithms, and posterior analysis means after practical implementation, right? So by using any programming language. So this analysis basically evaluate how much running time and pace taken by the algorithm. Yeah. This posterior analysis is calculated or evaluated on the basis of how much time is taken by the algorithm at the time of execution, or how much pace is allocated at the time of execution or after execution, right? So these two things we are considering in the posterior analysis. Now here, so algorithm complexity we are considering for the posterior analysis. Now time complexity. So how the time complexity is calculated and how the pace complexity is calculated, so that we will discuss. So pace complexity, we are considering the auxiliary pace. So how much auxiliary pace you have allocated. Now, for example, we have considered the array. Now for that array, how much pace we have allocated, that pace plus. So what can, if you are providing any input, so that input pace also we are considering, and we are calculating the space complexity, right? Now time complexity, how you are calculating the time complexity? Time complexity we are calculating best case, worst case, and average case, right? So that we will discuss here. Now all of you have got the concept of time complexity. So little bit introduction I have given here. Now you got the concept of time complexity. Yes or no? Now you can tell me here. So best complexity we'll discuss first. Best complexity. Now here you have a list of elements. List of elements. So how many elements are there? How many element is there in the list? 8 elements, right? Now suppose I want to search the 15. How much time you require to search the 15? 15 ला सर्च करण्यासाठी किती इटरेशन इथे लागतील? Within how many
First is-
iteration? In the
First, sir.
first iteration. In the first iteration itself, you will get the element, right? So this is called as a best complexity. म्हणजे पहिल्याच इटरेशन मध्ये तुम्हाला एलिमेंट मिळालं म्हणजे काय झालं? How many iteration you required? So only one iteration, right? After that, now here complexity is denoted by using the big O. Now complexity is denoted by using the big O. Now here the best complexity of the linear search is big O of 1. Best complexity, all of you remember. Best complexity of the linear search is big O of 1. Now in which case, so if the element is present at the first position, right? If the element is present at first position only. Now the second case we'll discuss, worst case. Second we'll consider the worst case complexity. Now here best case complexity. Best case complexity. So we are considering the cases, right? So best case and worst case complexity. Now worst case complexity means suppose I want to search the 17, then how many iterations you need to perform here, or how many iteration you require to identify the 17?
6 iterations, sir.
Size of the array is 8.
7.
7. As per the array index, 7 is required, right? Means total 8 iteration you require. Means here can I write n iterations? In case of worst case. Worst case काय आपण consider करू शकतो या algorithm मध्ये? Element शेवटचा असेल. If the element is of last element. If element is present at the last of the in the list, right? The list मध्ये जर last ला present असेल तर त्याला आपण n म्हणू शकतोय. So can I say here n? So what is the worst case complexity then? Big O of what? Big O of n, can I say here? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now we'll consider the third case, average. The average case complexity मध्ये काय ना? So in average case complexity, the average case complexity काय असेल सांगा? So what is the average case complexity? Average case means how many elements you need to consider. So all these intermediate elements except first and last. So all these elements you are considering as an average element. Means how many elements you need to consider here. So we'll say here. So first I'll write summation. All of you have your attention. So how you are calculating the average case summation of all cases. All cases we are considering divided by number of cases. number of cases. आपण काय कन्सिडर करतोय? Summation of all cases divided by number of cases, right? And summation means, so you are considering first case, up to that second case, third case, up to how many cases you are considering in case of average case complexity? Up to n we are considering, right? How many cases we are considering? 1 to n means all cases we are considering. 1 to n cases we are considering. Summation of average case complexity means, so we are considering all the elements, or we are calculating the complexity of all the elements. So how to calculate it? Average case complexity. So in that best and worst will also include it. यामध्ये बेस्ट भी include होणार आणि worst include होणार. So what is the best case complexity? That is 1. And what is the worst case? N. Sorry, worst case is 1, right? Now here, in case of average case complexity, we are considering all the cases. Now how to consider all the cases? So we'll do the summation of all the cases. And how many cases, number of cases are there? How many number of cases are there? Here, what should I write here? Can I write n cases? Hello. Can I write n?
Yes, sir.
What I am talking here, all of you are able to understand or not? So what I am writing here? सर्वांच्या लक्षात येतंय का?
हाँ सर.
हो सर.
Yes. If you are not able to get the things, immediately you can unmute yourself and ask the question. जर समजत नसेल तर लगेच विचारा. Right? Now we are talking about the complexity, time complexity of linear search. We have calculated best case complexity. We have calculated average case complexity. Now we are talking about the average case. Worst already calculated. Average case. The average case कशी calculate करतो आपण? We are considering the summation of all cases divided by number of cases. Now, so this 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, can I write a summation like this? N multiply by n plus 1, right? So this about summation of all the cases. So we are writing like this, right? We are writing like this. Divided by, just a moment. Now we are writing the summation of all the cases. So how you are writing the summation of all the cases? N into n plus 1 divided by 2. N plus 1 n into n plus 1 divided by 2, right? This average cases we are writing with. After that, divided by n, right? Or we'll say here 2 into n also, like, and in the next step, so this n is get cancelled, and last you will get only n plus 1 in bracket, divided by 2, right? Now here this term you got at the end, right? Now what is the average case complexity now? What is the average case complexity? Big O of what? Now what is the average case complexity? Hello? Average case complexity काय आलं आता? Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Average case complexity काय आलेली आहे?
n plus 1 divided by 2.
Now all of you understood how we have calculated the best case complexity, worst case complexity, and average case complexity of a linear binary search. Yes or no? So,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay, if you have understood the linear search algorithm, so you can write yes in the chat box. If you have not understood, so you can unmute yourself and ask the question first. If you have understood, so you can write it in the chat box. Yes, understood, like this. Otherwise, if you have not understood, so you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Now here 12 student is attending the session. So I am expecting the response from each and every student. Nupur Power is not here. Nupur is not attending the session. Okay, good. So I hope all of you understood. So now we'll move to the next part of the searching algorithm, that is the binary search. Binary search. Binary search. Now, what is the change in the binary search? So what is the difference between the linear search and binary search? Initially I said. काय change I hope? Now you can consider here the list of element. Here I will consider. Now you can tell me the elements, or can I write 5, 9, 17, so here the binary search, in the binary search we required the element in a incrementing order, right? So we'll not consider the element which are present in a in order or in non-order. 71 will consider, or after that we'll consider 18. Right. Now the given list is in an ordered manner or non-ordered manner.
Ordered manner, sir.
Right. So what is the value of n here? What is the value of n? N ची value किती आहे? What is the value of n?
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 is there. Now, binary search. So in the binary search, what we are using? So what is the first condition? Array, whatever the array or whatever the list you are considering, so that should be in a sorted order, or we'll say array oblique list should be what? Or should be in a, can I say sorted order? Right, in a sorted order. Array or list should be in a sorted order. And so this algorithm, so this binary search algorithm, it uses the concept of divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer method, or divide and conquer, we'll say approach, divide and conquer approach, or methods, right? Now what do you mean by divide and conquer? डिवाइड अँड कॉन्कर कशाला म्हणतो आपण, और अप्रोच से टेक्निक, इट इज अ टेक्निक. It uses the concept of divide and conquer technique, right? Now, here I want to search the element. Suppose I want to search the element in the binary search. Data equal to what you want to search? So 59 I want to search. So what you are doing? Now here I'm using 2 pointers. In the binary search, I'm using the 2 pointers. Which one? One is the left pointer. So that will be represented. This screen is visible to all. Is it visible properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now
sir.
here we are considering the 2 pointers. One is the left pointer and another one is the right pointer. And after that, for the middle, so we'll consider the middle pointer, right? So first we are dividing the list into 2 equal parts. Now left is at which location? Left we are considering left is at which location? A of 0. And R is at which location? What is the location of R? So here I will write the index, right? So these 3 are the pointers we are considered, right? So left, right, and middle, right? Now left is at or 3 variables we have considered, not a pointer. It is a variable, simple variable we'll consider to represent the values of that array. Left variable, right variables, and middle variable. Now left will consider at 0 index first, right? And right will consider at last element I want to represent by using the right. So what is the index here? What is the index? If you consider this above list, if you consider the above list, so what is the value of R? Last element value. First element index, sorry, not index, huh? First element index is 0. So here the first element is represented by using the L and last element is represented by using the R. So 2 variables we have considered here, left and right. Now left is at 0 position. Now R is at which position? By considering this, if you consider this array,
9 positions.
9 position. Very good. Now middle, how we are calculating the middle? Middle we are calculating by considering the L plus R divided by 2. So these formula we are using. So what we are doing? So we are calculating the middle by considering L plus R divided by 2. So what is the value here? L plus R divided by 2. An integer value we are considering, not float value. What is the value of L plus R divided by 2? Then what is the result of middle? Middle's result is
4.
4 or 5?
4.
Integer value we are considering, so you will get the 4, right? Now here we are checking the 3 cases. So case 1, the case 1 we are checking here, that is now we have considered the data. So what is the data? 59. Now what is the value of L of 0? L of 0 ची value काय आहे? What is the value of L of 0? Left pointer, जिथं locate.
5.
And what is the value of R of 9?
89.
And now if you consider the index 4, so what is the value of index 4? 4 index. 4 index ला काय value आहे? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 25? Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now case 1 we are checking. Data is equal to A of middle. A of middle. So the case 1 is true or false. So what is the value of data here? Data value काय घेतलेली आपण? So what we have considered? What is the value of data? Guys, give quick response. So we have for you to 7 minutes only in our hand. So within that 7 minutes, we'll finish this up. So what is the value of data here? I have considered data value काय consider केलेले आहे?
59.
59. So and A of middle. So what is the value of A of middle here?
25.
25.
So the condition is true or false?
False.
False. Right. So we'll check the Rohit. Case 2 will consider here. Data is less than or equal to, is it necessary to consider? Already we have considered equal to the case 2. Now data, what is the value of data here? 59. And what is the value of middle? The case 2 is true or false?
False.
False. Right. Now case 3. All of you give attention here. So these are the steps of binary search. Now next, third case. Data is greater than A of middle. Now this condition is true or false?
True.
Right. Now if this condition is true, so you are replacing this 4 with whom? If the data is present at left side. If data is present at the, if data is greater than middle, means data is present at which side? Right side or left side? If case number 3 is true, means if the data is greater than middle, means so this data is present at which side? At right side or left side? हा डेटा ग्रेटर आहे 59, म्हणजे मिडल पेक्षा मोठा आहे, म्हणजे तो कुठल्या साइडला आहे? लेफ्ट साइडला असणार का राइट साइडला असणार?
Right side.
Right sideला. So here if the data is present at right side, if the condition is true, ही जर कंडिशन केस नंबर 3 ट्रू असेल तर डेटा कुठल्या साइडला प्रेझेंट असणार आहे? राइट साइड, राइट ऑफ द मिडल. And if the case number 2 is true, so at that time the data is present at which side?
Left side, sir.
Left side, right? Now if the data is present at the right side, so we are replacing, if the data is present at right side, we are replacing the middle with left value. And if the data is present at left side, so we are replacing the middle value with right. Now the data is present at right side, so 4 is replaced with whom? 4 कोणाशी रिप्लेस करणार मग? लेफ्ट से रिप्लेस करना. जर राइट साइड ला डेटा असेल तर लेफ्ट से रिप्लेस करना. So this 9 will remain as it is. Now calculate the middle. Next step. So 4 plus 9. So what is the value here? 4 plus 9 divided by 2. So what is the value? काय येईल इथं व्हॅल्यू? फोर प्लस 9 divided by 2. Yes, सांगा ना. हा. So what is the value, integer value?
6.5. 6 sir.
काय कन्सिडर करणार आपण? इंटिजर व्हॅल्यू कन्सिडर करणार आहे आपण.
Integer value.
काय येईल सांगा? What is the value? 6.
Sir 6.
Okay. Now calculate it fast. 6 you got, right? Means middle value is now 6. Now come here. Data equal to a of middle. A of 6 means what is the value here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
59.
59. And what is the value of data?
59.
So case 1 is true or false?
Sir true.
If the case 1 is true, so then we'll display the message the data is found, right? Data is found, and location of the data is 6, right? Likewise, so we'll display the message, and here our binary algorithm will complete, right? So this is the procedure to search the element by using the binary search. Now how to write? So that pseudocodes and everything we will continue, and after that in the next session, so we'll complete the implementation of linear search and binary search by using the in C program, by using the C program. So we'll implement both the programs also, right? Now all of you have got the ideas regarding the binary search, how binary search algorithm is working. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Right. So first thing is the array or list should be in a sorted order, and it uses the concept of divide and conquer technique, right? So to use this divide and conquer technique, we are using the 3 variables, left, right, and middle, for indexing purpose, to identify the index of that array. So in the left, we are left 0 index we are considering. In the R, we are considering the last index, and after that, we are calculating the middle value. And we are comparing this middle value by considering these 3 cases. In the case 1, we are considering equal, and case 2 less than, and case 3 is greater than. If the case 1 is true, means element we have found. Case 2 is true, means element is present at left side, and if case 3 is true, element is present at right side, right? So depending on these test cases, these cases, so we are moving the, or we are dividing the list, right? Now if here we got the element in the second iteration, if we don't get the element in the next iteration, at that time what you need to, again you need to divide this list into 2 parts, right? So again you need to check left, right. Now again you can subdivide this list till you will get the elements. जोपर्यंत तुम्हाला एलिमेंट मिळत नाही तोपर्यंत तुम्ही डिवाइड करत जायचं, right? So rest of the parts we will discuss in the next session. Now any questions related with the binary search and linear search, you can ask. Now pseudocode related with the binary search we will see in the next session, and after that implementation of linear search and binary search. Okay, is there any question related with the linear search, binary search? You can ask. Concept of binary search. Now again one more point I forget here. Now how much time is required? Now which algorithm is required the more time for the searching of element? कोणत्या अल्गोरिदमला जास्त टाइम लागेल एलिमेंट सर्च करने? लिनियर सर्च और बाइनरी सर्च?
Sir binary search.
बायनरी सर्च मध्ये तर लगेच होत आहे ना, पहिले एक डिवाइड केले परत हे हाफ ऑफ द इटरेशन कमी झाले ना, डायरेक्टली वी आर कमिंग हिअर, परत ह्याला डिवाइड केलं तर डायरेक्टली इथं विदिन हाऊ मेनी इटरेशन यू हॅव आयडेंटिफाईड दिस 59 विदिन हाऊ मेनी इटरेशन्स, किती इटरेशन झाले तुमचे, how many iteration you required to find out this two iteration. Now by using the linear search, how many iteration you required to find out this 59? जर linear search apply केला याच्यात आपण apply करू शकतो. So in ordered list also we can apply the linear search, no problem. But now how many iteration you required to identify this 59 in linear search? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In 7th iteration you will get the 59, but by using the binary search you got this 59 within 2 iteration only. So for which algorithm we require maximum time? म्हणजे कोणत्या अल्गोरिदमला जास्त टाइम लागेल, लिनियरला का बायनरीला?
Linear.
So one more sentence here I will write. So binary search requires less time to find the element, or to search the element as compared with linear search. Is it true? Right. So binary search required less time to find the element as compared with linear search. Right. So this is also very important difference. Right. So here we have discussed the 2-3 differences also. Now for the binary search, the list should be in a ordered manner or sorted order, right? And it uses the divide and conquer technique, right? Linear search is using divide and conquer technique. It is using or not? In linear search, we are using divide and conquer technique. No, right? So 3 differences are there here. So you can say first difference is in the linear search list you can consider in an unsorted order also, but in binary search we require the list in a sorted order. Second difference you can say binary search required the uses the divide and conquer technique. Linear search is not using the divide and conquer technique. Third difference you can say binary search require less time to find out the element, and linear search required the maximum time as compared with the binary search. Like this you can write a difference between the linear search and binary search also. Right. So now we will stop. If you are having any questions related with the linear search and binary search, you can ask. Otherwise we will stop here. Yep. Any doubts? So whatever the part we discussed till now.